Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In today's video, we're gonna create this soft, cool toned eye look, which is just a look where I used a lot of light colors to really give it that soft, kind of sultry effect. So let's get started. Now the first thing I'm gonna do is prime the eyelids, like always, taking my favorite primer, which is the MAC Cosmetics Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. If you don't have it, I would suggest to just use some concealer or like a different primer that you personally like, but never skip like using anything on the eyelid, because you want to start with a clean canvas and get rid of all the redness on the eyelid. So then I set it with some powder just to lock everything in place, and then we are ready for the eyeshadows. Now for today's look, I'm gonna play with my own eyeshadow palette that I created together with Sigma Beauty. I will link it down in the description bar, but you can also find it on their website. If you search for sigmabeauty.com and you type in my name, you will find my palette as well. First, I just used a little bit of brow gel. I did my brows off camera, but I do have a few brow tutorials which I've made already, so definitely check that out on my channel. So I'm going in with my palette, and I started with the color Cottage, which is a matte white shade. And I'm basically going to apply it all over the eyelid. So first I press a little bit over the eyelids, and then with whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to blend it more towards my crease area. But I'm going to apply a few layers. To be honest, when I started with this look, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go for. So that's why I just started with a little bit, and then I was like, okay, let me just apply more and more. Then I kind of came up with the look that I was actually doing. So just applying more over the eyelid using a Sigma E25 brush. I do have a special affiliate code which you can use, which is my name on Knoak, which will give you discount on your Sigma Beauty order, but it's a affiliate code. So packing it on, then I went in with the color Concretes, using that same E25 brush, and now I'm blending it a little bit along the lash line. So what I'm basically doing is creating a super soft, kind of like smoky winged liner, even though it's not really smoky because I'm using very light colors. But I'm still going for kind of that effect where you would kind of like create a ombre effect, kind of gradient. I don't really know how to explain it in English, but first I just blend this light gray along the lash line, and I use the eyeshadow guards. If you don't have those, you can also use some regular sticky tape. I've even seen people like use their credit card along the lash line. You can do that as well. But it definitely makes it easier for this step, because you don't have to be like super precise. You can just blend it along the tape, and once you remove it, you will get a super sharp line. So then I went in with a darker shade kind of on top of it, but trying to keep it a little bit lower so you can still see that color Concrete like right above it. But if you apply too much, you can always go back in with that lighter gray and blend a little bit of that like right above it. But I'm trying to like blend it just a little bit lower. Now if you do want this look to be a little bit intenser, you can also go in with some black eyeshadow, but that's not the vibe for today. I just really wanted to keep it soft, and yeah, just soft, because I always tend to go darker and darker. So that's not what we're gonna do today. So then I removed the eyeshadow guard. Then I went in with this pencil from Colourpop. It's a white pencil. It's the waterproof cream gel liners, which are amazing. I have them in almost every color. I'm obsessed. So using it all the way in my waterline to really like brighten up the waterline area and get rid of the redness. It will make your eyes appear bigger, and I just love the effect that it gives. Some people might find white too harsh, so you can also go in with like a nude pencil. Just do what works best for you. So applying a few layers of that, then I went back in with the color Cottage, that matte white shade, and popped a little bit more of that in the inner corner of the eye, and also dragging it a little bit lower towards the lower lash line as well. But I really wanted it to be a little bit brighter in this specific area. Now after doing that, I also used a little bit of the white eyeshadow underneath the brow bone because I haven't actually used anything in this area yet. This is optional. I feel like it's not really necessary to do this. Sometimes using a white eyeshadow underneath the brow, it can look quite intense. So I just used a little bit, nothing too crazy. And then I used a mixture of concrete and the color Leon for underneath the lower lash line. Then I curl my lashes and I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics mascara. I don't know, I just couldn't come up with the name for a second. But I absolutely love this mascara. It's such a good drugstore mascara. I love it. I will go in with false lashes, so I wasn't too focused on making my lashes look very long and pretty because I will cover them up with fake lashes anyways. But of course, if you don't like lashes, you can just leave it for what it is and you're finished. But I applied some lashes. I love these. They're actually not available anymore, unfortunately, but I feel like they're super pretty. But yeah, this is the finished result. I really hope you all like this soft look. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these soft looks. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!